Well, hello there. It's 2026. Welcome to 2026. Shit has hit the fan. It's chaos out there. We have inflation, we have market instability, and most importantly, we have AI. I always kind of assumed that AI, when I was a kid, I watched a lot of Terminator 2. I always assumed that AI would result in, Arnold Schwarzenegger style robots coming and killing us, or turning into the Matrix or something, being hooked up to a machine. But it turns out that, we just have a different type of AI apocalypse where you'll own nothing and everything will be rented, and it's because the big corpos make lots of money. Anyways, that's resulted in the price of everything going crazy on the market. If you watch any of the really big channels out there, Gamers Nexus, Hardware Unbox, etc., they're covering it. Lots of online blogs on that as well. Also, other good channels like mine, Parallel. I haven't seen anything from Jared's Tech talking about it, but I'm sure he is thinking about it. For example, the price is going up. People like Daniel Owen, who do a lot of testing, desktop component testing, he talks about it as well. So if you don't know, prices are going up very fast. RAM is now unaffordable for the consumer like us. It is 400, 500% up right now. Part of that is panic buying, but it's up a crazy amount. GPUs are being discontinued. NVIDIA says they're not being discontinued, but Asus kind of pretty much confirmed that they're being discontinued. Not all of them, but some of the better ones, 5070 Ti, 5060 Ti, 16 gigabyte. I'm just gonna assume that they're gone based on not corporate doublespeak. They're gone. We're going to be seeing prices going up. We already have, it's 2026. Lenovo, Dell, Asus, all these guys, they've increased their prices quite a bit, 20, 30%. I don't blame them. The price of the products that they are bringing in for themselves are going up. Prices are going up. Prices are going up. They have to buy memory from SK Hynix and Samsung. Those modules are now being extremely expensive because those two companies don't give a shit about consumers, and they're putting all their products into the AI space, AI data centers. Micron is exiting the consumer storage area as well. So that's going to mean that storage is going to go up as well. So we have all of these products that, I review on my channel from brands, Lenovo, Asus, Dell, etc., HP, everybody, right? They have to buy these products and they have to eat shit when they buy them, and then start to, put the product together. So they have to then pass that off on us because they need to make money as well. Otherwise they'll go bankrupt as well. So prices are up. So what do I expect that there's going to be? I mean, there's going to be probably certain products are going to be discontinued. Some brands are just going to be like, we can't make the margin on this. We can't risk it. We can't experiment as much. So we're going to see product lines potentially shrink somewhat. I know that some companies that I liaison with, like I buy the majority of the stuff that I review, the expensive stuff, but I do get sent review samples a lot actually. And a lot of these companies they're like, we just can't do it. Like some of the stuff is just going to have to be changed around. Prices are going to have to go up, but then people won't buy it. People don't have as much money, so it's going to be a trouble that way. So how does that affect me? That's what I'm getting at here. And how does that affect this channel here? Well, as I mentioned, I buy the majority of my stuff. I buy most of the gaming laptops that you see on my channel. I buy, and they're very expensive, obviously. I review them. A lot of the consumer laptops as well, I buy as well. I buy out of every, I can't give you the number here, maybe out of every 10 laptops that I do, or 10 laptop related content that I do, one of them or maybe two of them might have been a loaner, like a review sample that I send back. So that's going to be something that's going to be troublesome for me because I have to buy these products, do my reviews, create some content out of them, and then figure out what to do with them after that. So that's going to be very expensive. Mini PCs, I do get sent actually a lot of the mini PCs, probably about half, but I buy a lot. I actually buy a lot of mini PCs. They're also very expensive and their prices are going up. I've talked to some of the companies. They can't eat, a 400% RAM increase price, storage prices. So they're going to be doing like bare bones stuff or increasing their prices. So those are going to be more difficult as well. I do some build type stuff as well. Desktop components, they're essentially like, that's kind of a DOA area for me now because it's very expensive and a lot of people aren't going to be covering it. So the views will probably be down. Pre-builts, I'm still interested in pre-builts. Pre-builts are actually one of the last holdouts. So I'm going to be doing that, but those are also getting more expensive. So from the partner side, I'll call it partner side. I don't actually have any partners, like real partners, but I don't have any paid relationships with any companies like that. As you know, I don't take any sponsors. I don't charge for videos or anything like that. I do accept review samples. There's a lot of companies out there that help support this channel a lot. So thank you to you guys. Dell sends me review samples, HP, Lenovo, MSI, like these are loaners, so I don't keep them or anything, but that's content for me. That's content. If Lenovo or whoever sends me, a couple laptops, I can review them. That's content for me. That's free content. Like I have to work. It's my job. So I do that. So I'm earning the money, but then it goes back. But for me, then I don't have to worry about buying that, right? So these guys are supporting me still. I don't see any change in that. I don't think. They're going to theoretically still be putting out products, their companies. They'll be still sending me stuff like loaners. So fantastic. That stuff won't shrink as well. That's going to be great. I might actually try to increase the number of that because, I can't afford to buy everything as much anymore. So I might tell them, just keep sending me loaners and I'll just keep making content. You guys like it. And, I try to direct to the type of content that I create. So even if they offer me stuff, I'd be like, no, I don't want to cover that. But a lot of them know, what stuff I'm interested in covering, so they send it over. So thank you to you guys for sending that over. There's a lot of other companies as well, smaller companies that do accessories, mini PCs. Some of them are big as well. They do mini PCs and that kind of stuff and accessories, but some of them are smaller as well. They also support me as well, sending over review samples. That's critical for me because that's, I also like covering that kind of stuff. Like I like to cover accessories because it's not all about the big content for me. It's not about like the flashy, expensive laptops only. That's kind of my bread and butter, but I like to cover the small items as well. All that stuff that is important for us to play with. I am the same. I like the technology. The creation side of this is only like, I just do it because I'm like, I might as well record this, but I like to play with the technology. This channel allows me to have fun, to play with technology, to understand, to learn, and then to teach you guys about the technology that I'm playing with, show you guys stuff. So I'm still going to be doing that type of stuff as long as they're sending stuff over. I'll do it. When I buy stuff, I buy lots of stuff as well. Play with anything I buy for myself. I'll show you guys. I'm kind of frugal with my own stuff. I actually don't buy that much stuff for my personal use. I'll buy it for the channel, but for my personal use, I don't buy much. So I don't see too much changing there. Some companies, they might not survive this, unfortunately. There's going to be companies that are just not going to be able to send over as much stuff. Not going to be able, there's going to be companies not going to be able to sell as much stuff, and they might, really struggle, and they may not just have products for someone like me to cover, even if they need it. They would love to do so. They just may not have the products to do it. Some of them might vanish, unfortunately. But I'm going to still be working on those type of relationships as well, those collaborative relationships. And then I'll just capstone that again at the end of that, because people have asked me before. I don't take any money. I don't have any sponsors. I get offered them all the time. I get offered sponsors on a daily basis. I get offered, ad placements on a daily basis, all this kind of stuff, and, payments for videos. Some people charge, some creators charge to do content as like, it's their job. So they're just like, this is a fee. You have to pay me to do this, basically. I don't do any of that. There's no money exchange like that. So I don't intend to do that right now, at least for now. I have no intention to take any type of sponsors. If I did, maybe it'd be something random, like, I don't know, like a meal prep service, something so unrelated to the channel that doesn't affect the bias of my channel. But even that, I don't want to do it, right? At least right now. So none of that's going to change. It's all going to stay the same. One thing that is very useful, and I want to shout this out here because it is very important for me, is affiliate linking, though. I don't have any direct relationships, like monetary direct relationships with any of these companies, but I do have affiliate links that I get. So I have like an Amazon affiliate account. I have no actual relationship with Amazon. They don't even know who I am, but you can, like, because I'm a creator, I can create affiliate links. So if I review a product, like I reviewed this thing here, and then I can find it on Amazon, I can create an affiliate link. I put it in the video description down below. If you so choose to use it, you can go there, click on the affiliate link, and then when you buy something, it gives me kickback. They never charge any more for the product for you. It doesn't make any difference, just that I get some kickback from that. I can do it with like Lenovo laptops and that kind of stuff. I don't have any relationship with them, but there are affiliate type programs that I'm in that really help support my channel. And I will be explicit here. The only reason this channel exists right now is because of affiliate links. I don't make nearly enough money off of ad revenues. I actually delete ads out of my thing. So when I publish a video, there's often like so many ads. Like Google's like ad every like 3 minutes. And I'm like, no, I like quarter those down. I usually take out like half or 75% of the ads, because it's just, I don't want that in my videos. A little bit good. I need something to like feed myself, feed my family, but I do decrease those. And I don't focus on the like clickbait type stuff. So my viewership and my ads revenue is not great. And a lot of you guys use, ad blockers and that kind of stuff because you're in the tech space or you're aware of that kind of stuff. And those ad blockers obviously nuke any ad revenue that I can get. I'm not going to tell you guys to turn off your ad blockers when you watch my channel. It'd be nice, but I'm not going to tell you to do that. So, you know, that's not the best source of income. It helps a little bit, but that's like the ad revenue is essentially for me to like buy food and pay my bills and like that kind of stuff. To actually acquire products, these very expensive products that I buy, some of them can be like, okay, I'm going to review this laptop. That costs $4,000, literally, right? I have to buy that. So it's the affiliate links that allow me to do that, because you guys go, you watch some of my reviews, and if you decide to buy the product, some of you guys will go down, click on that affiliate link and purchase through that. And for me, that is foundational. That affiliate link money essentially goes right back into the channel. It allows me to buy more products, to do more reviews. It's a feedback loop. You guys watch my content, you use my affiliate links to help finance me buying more products, then you watch more videos. So it's a feedback loop of you guys helping me and me creating product, in this case, videos that you guys want to have, want to consume. So thank you to every single person who uses an affiliate link in any of my videos. It is the reason this channel exists and is not going to potentially, for now, vanish. If you want to support my channel, I don't have Patreon. People have asked me if I should do that. I'm like, what am I going to do for Patreon? Like, I don't know. It's just not a thing. I don't think in my space. So I don't have a Patreon. I don't have a storefront. I don't do merch. I don't take sponsors. I don't do any of that. The only way that you guys can support me, other than watching my channel, which is great, is to use those affiliate links. So if you continue to do that, if you are considering to buying something that you've seen on my channel, if there's an affiliate link, I do appreciate you using it. Again, no pressure. You don't have to. You can just buy it your own. I'm not telling you have to do that. I will still continue to make this channel. But the reason, I can tell you, the reason I'm able to afford to buy more products is because of those affiliate links. So that's essentially the state of this like chaos, essentially, in terms of like, how am I maintaining doing this? Am I going to be able to afford it going forward? For now, as long as I can continue with the affiliate link usage, then I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I don't want to set up a Patreon on that. I mean, if it comes down to it, maybe I will at some point. If it's like, it's that or sponsorships, I'm going to take, I'm obviously going to go for the Patreon over sponsorships, because that's just my ethics. I'm doing this channel as an ethical thing. I started this out of fun. I started this because I wanted to review stuff and share it with you guys. So I'm not going to all of a sudden become like one of those creators. You know what I'm talking about? One of those creators is just like, it's all about the money, all about the fame and the glitz and the glam. I don't care about any of that. I just want to do this. I just like teaching. I like tech. I'm a nerd and I like it. So as long as that stuff is coming in, I'm going to continue, right? This is my passion. This is what I want to do. I might have to start working on the side. I'm trained as, I have several degrees, university degrees. I'm trained as a spatial, like a geographer, GIS specialist, university instructor. But I haven't been doing that because I'm just not in a good space to do that right now, with family stuff. But that's something that I might have to start picking up again to support the channel, do more research on the side, more teaching on the side as well. If I can't make enough off of YouTube, then I'm going to have to do that as well, which will then cut back on the YouTube, unfortunately. But as it stands right now, I'm doing that stuff more as like, because I enjoy it on the side, but I don't see it as a necessity yet. So that's good. So I don't see any impacts to YouTube in terms of like being able to do it yet. So fantastic. That's the like kind of stressful stuff out of the way. What do I have planned coming for the channel? I've never done one of these, like recaps. So, or upcaps, recaps and upcaps. What's coming up? So I still plan on doing review samples of like laptops and that. I've been looking around at I couldn't go to CES this year because I was way too busy with family stuff. Impossible. But I followed it along. I did a couple of Lenovo like kind of summary videos because they sent me a bunch of documents. So I just went through it, and there's some really dope stuff coming from Lenovo. I've looked at like HP, MSI, everybody. There's lots of cool stuff coming this year. So despite all this problems with affordability on some aspects of the tech space, there's a lot of really cool stuff coming. Intel in particular, in terms of like laptops, mini PCs, desktops, they're making some really interesting stuff. And I think that's going to push cool stuff down the pipeline for us as consumers, what we're going to be looking at. So I'll continue, I'll be continuing to do lots of accessories, potentially more of this kind of stuff if the prices become expensive. On the other side, some of these other companies might be like, you know what, we can't afford to put out, mini PCs and that kind of stuff. So we'll move into this more other side, and they can send me stuff, whatever, I can buy it, whatever, that kind of stuff will continue. I do have a lot of planned videos though. There's a lot of a shortage of review samples that has really cut down a lot. Normally I'd have like shelves full of review samples that I can work on at whatever pace and just do them and just keep putting them out. I have an empty shelf. There's no review samples in that thing that I just held up is the last review sample that I have. I don't have any more. Part of that is because it's the brand new year. All the new stuff's coming out. So, people are going to be sending stuff soon, like loaners. I'm assuming they're going to be sending stuff for me to review. So there's a shortage time here, probably a month or two of like, but I don't have any like review samples to mess around with. So I have acquired a lot of stuff. And I knew, unfortunately, I've been telling you guys, I've been telling Discord, Reddit, and YouTube, I've been like, prices are going up, you need to buy now. But I also heeded my own warning and I bought a lot of stuff. So I have many gaming laptops. I have 4060 laptops. I have 3070 products. I have 5060, 5070 Ti, 5080, multiple CPUs, different SKUs, Acers, Lenovo's, yada, 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 yada. And I'm going to be doing a lot of content like that. So I invested a lot into this channel last month when I knew this was coming, like a lot. Credit card, just max that boy out so that I can create lots of interesting content during this like planned downtime. There's always a downtime in January and February, always, because it's all the new stuff hasn't come out yet. Everyone has spent all their money on tech and Christmas presents, so there's like a dead time regardless. The sales are crap and everything's bad. It's hard to buy stuff. So this is a good time for me to do other content. So let's just go over a few things that I have planned for gaming laptop space. I have a lot. I'm going to be looking at the RTX 3070. RTX 3070. How viable is that across tons of different games? It's a bit of an old CPU or GPU now. The 3070 laptops are still out there. People are still using them. And we know prices are going up and we're seeing potentially whole laptop or whole GPU lineups getting like axed, like gone. So a lot of people are going to be hanging on to their products longer, much longer. Like how many more years can I get out of this? And especially those 8 GB GPUs, that's starting to get into VRAM issues. So I have a 3070 product that I bought. We're gonna be looking at the 3070 extensively, lots of game tests. I have a 4070 based gaming laptop that I bought, or 4060, sorry. I'm gonna be looking at the 4060. How good is the 4060 from last generation? Is it still holding up? I have several 5070 Ti laptops as well. I'm gonna be comparing those, looking at things like wattage performance, how different models, different brands perform. I'm going to be looking at the 5080 as well. 5060, of course, lots of that kind of stuff. So lots of different GPU testing coming. That'll be really cool. I have some different comparisons as well. I picked up similar laptops like an Acer Neo, the slim one, Acer Neo, the thicker one with the same specs as a Lenovo Legion, for example. And how are these different from one another? I can compare them to one another, that kind of stuff. So lots of content coming there. I'm going to be a little bit more like, all right, let's milk some extra content and discussions out of this because I don't have as much stuff. I'm not as like overwhelmed with reviews and like review units and stuff that I bought to review. It's like I actually have time to breathe in a way. So there's something nice about being able to like, okay, well, I have all these products now. What are you guys asking me in the comments, which I read like as much as I can. I read every single comment and try to reply to it or heart it if it's just like a comment, like doesn't have a response, just go like that. But I try to read like every single comment and I see a lot of stuff like that. Like how does this do this or what this and this perform and can you test this? And so I'm going to start to try to approach those type questions with the products that I have in this downtime. And potentially you guys are looking at really being very particular with what you buy because your money is not going to go as far anymore. And you may be more particular with holding on to what you already have. So these are the type of questions that I'm going to be approaching as well. I have some more mini stuff as well, cool mini PC type stuff. We have the Steam Machine coming out soon. I'll pick that up, of course, cover that. I have Steam Machine type products as well. That'll be interesting. Handheld stuff, I don't do a lot of handheld stuff because there's dedicated handheld channels. I'm part of like, this is the group of the handheld YouTubers and I'm like on a satellite that goes around with them and I'm part of the group but not like intricate with it. And so, I leave the nitty gritty of handhelds, like just keep testing and doing all this stuff. That's their focus and they're better at it than me, but I can do handheld reviews and some follow-up type stuff and I'm still going to be doing that, right? I am myself a massive handheld gamer. I game more on handheld than really anything. So I can cover them like that, but it's not my focus and I'm not gonna be able to cover it as in depth as some of the other channels anyways. So I think that's probably it. I don't see anything going, the channel's not going to implode or anything like that. It's going to slow down partially due to time of year and also monetary constraints of me buying new products, of course, is a big one. Prices are going up. This is a dead time of year as well, so things like ad revenue plummet anyways right now. So it becomes very difficult to like accumulate money to then buy new products. But I do expect that a lot of the big brands who I associate with, like collaborate, proper terms, collaborate with, and some of the smaller brands as well. Those collaborations are going to continue now that it's post CES. A month or two away from now, we're going to start seeing those units hit the markets, and they'll send them to me, and I'll review them, the loaner type stuff, and send those back. Those are great. Love those. And yeah, that's all going to continue. My office has been a chaotic situation for the past while. As you can see, my office, if you watch my videos, you can see that things have changed from instance to instance. And so what we're planning now to have a final setup, and I'm going to actually have a YouTube like studio. Is that the right term? Where I have like a desk that's my office that I can work at, and it's going to be separate from my YouTube. The YouTube is going to be a separate area, which is not interfering with my work, and my work is not interfering with the YouTube. I'm going to be able to have like better lighting, better camera setup as well. I'm not like going to go all out on the creator stuff. I'm sorry. That's not me. I'm not going to do that. I'm never going to be overproduced. I'm an old school YouTuber. It's just who I am. But there is a necessity to improve things like better shots and things like that, better lighting, being able to not speak with the camera like right in my face all the time, having like some room to breathe and maybe show you the product while we're talking. So I do a plan, like a full eventual setup. If there's some cool stuff to talk about when I'm doing that and show you guys, like bring you guys along for the ride, maybe, right? I can show you guys like, hey, look, I'm upgrading this today. I'm upgrading that today. I'll bring you guys along for that as well, if it's interesting. If it's not, then whatever, I won't. So there's going to be a lot of actually like overhauling to the channel that can come along with this like slow time where things are becoming very expensive. Products being released are probably going to slow down. Samples might slow down. My ability to acquire stuff is going to slow down. And so it's just going to it'll be a little bit more time of like meditation time of like taking the stuff that I already have or the things that I bring in and doing more in-depth analysis of these, right? Do a review, for example, of a laptop, do a bunch of game testing, ask questions, maybe compare other things, people, live streams, I don't know, maybe stuff like that, like more content that's more focused rather than I'm just, I have a million things that I can review, so let's review everything and you just go for the like shotgun approach of like just lots of stuff for you guys, lots of cool stuff. Just keep coming back for cool stuff. It's going to be more, focused in. And I think that's kind of how the world is going right now. Generally speaking, we're in like everything is kind of collapsing into like a more focused sense. So I think that's fine. I think that's fine. That's kind of where we're at right now as a society and where we're at kind of as a like economics standpoint and the AI bullshit. Just call it a spade, the AI bullshit, kind of ruining the fun and the professionalism for everyone else other than the bazillionaire corporate overlords. It's even screwing over other corporations, right? Like I said, like Lenovo, Dell, MSI, Asus, all these guys, like they're not loving this. Trust me, they're not loving this at all. They're getting hit just as hard as we are. And these guys, some of them are operating some pretty slim margins. And if we're not able to buy stuff off of them, that smells bad for their business. So yeah, I mean, we're not having fun out here in the tech space, but we'll make it fun. We'll find ways to make it fun. And if it comes down to, a couple of years of, well, we're not buying much, we'll find ways to have fun and play around with the stuff that we have or the limited stuff that we acquire. So yeah, I'm not going to make it into a doom post because I don't think it's a doom post. I just think it's redirect, concentrate, and refocus time for everybody. And I'll just say it again, the more you guys use, things like affiliate links and that, it really does help my channel. I'm not going to tell you to turn off your ad blockers. I would love it if you did. Or, if you use YouTube Premium, it doesn't matter, but I would love it if you did, but don't feel any guilt to do that. I mean, I try to always reduce my ads regardless of my videos because they can be pretty invasive. And so, it just comes down to, and I'm really not interested right now in taking sponsors or anything like that. If it has to, if it's like the channel's going to explode and vanish unless I take some sponsors, okay. But I would probably be like, right now, the affiliate links are supporting the channel very well, keeping it going. Then it would be like, all right, maybe we should get like a Patreon rolling for something like that. But I don't like to ask you guys for money. It's just, I don't know. I like the way that like Gamers Nexus does it. Gamers Nexus is like, you don't have to go to Patreon, just like buy our stuff and you get something cool. Like, yeah, I'm actually wearing a Gamers Nexus shirt. Look at that. Isn't that serendipity? It's just by random chance. They had a video and I was like, I'm supporting them, right? Like they're doing some like deep dives and stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'll buy stuff off of them. But I'm not interested in merch. Like, I'm just not that guy, right? At least not now. So anyways, that's an update going forward. I've never done this, and I just thought, yeah, let's do it because, I don't know, I was bored, and I think it's cool to kind of talk to you guys like this. Once I have a real setup, I will be doing some like live streams again. It's very difficult for me to do live. It's impossible. It's impossible for me to do live streams from where I am. It's not possible. I just don't have the space. I'm in very constrained space. So I can't do live streams or anything like that, but eventually I will do. We could do like live game testing. You guys tell me what you want me to test, that kind of stuff. That would be pretty sweet. Live builds, live whatever, yada, yada. Fun stuff. We'll find it. You know, you guys are there for me and I'm there for you guys. So yeah, we'll make something sweet out of it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys throughout 2026. I'm not going anywhere. For now, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, let's make lots of cool stuff. Let's make lots of cool videos. Let's play with lots of cool tech. And let's make the world a better place for each other.